to do an expedition to Newton Peak.
Oh, Newton Peak. Well, I suppose seeing some trip reports from guys who went in there in 2015.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, lower down I think it's like absolute class, you know. Super remote, hard to get into. It is a wilderness reserve, so it makes it quite an expedition to get in there. And it was just pretty exciting to read about the potential good rock quality.
In my mind, I was coming along purely to film.
Then you ended up leading shit, mate. I've been climbing for probably 13, 14 years, so it's a little bit more than you, Nick.
I'm 19 and the rest of the group's quite a bit older, so I was definitely the young fellow in this trip. This was my first long glacier travel, alpine rock, my longest just expedition trip in general.
You read about these Gardens of Allah, you know, Gardens of Eden, the Great Unknown. It's kind of cool, pretty cool names on the maps, which it entices me to go explore them.
I got in contact with the Moto Sock Club, which is just a car club. They do forward driving and all sorts of trips. So I hit them up on Facebook and asked if a bunch of them would be keen to take us up the Rukaya.
We'll see who gets stuck first.
Yeah.
Right, on to the next part, which shouldn't be quite so deep, fortunately. I got me some stucks.
I'll pull your board if you want.
Yeah, sounds good to me, mate.
You might be able to go down that next channel on the other side.
Yeah. Across the main flow will be a bit strong. Just reckon.
Worst case, we'll just float down.
We're about 11k into the four-wheel drive drop off.
Excursion.
Just trying to find a route across quite a fast-flowing river.
Fine, I'm going straight here. But when I start floating, catch me.
Okay.
We are up the Rukaya. It's day one. It's 12 o'clock. We've just been left by the 4x4 drivers.
Yeah, I had to ditch food at Lyle Hut because it took so much.
Leonard would want to lighten his load a bit, so he'd dish out some more snacks.
Yeah.
Snacks. So many snacks. I think you almost finished with more food than I started with.
Heading up the Lyle Glacier and over towards Lambert Cove today.
It's an absolute death trap.
We could get across to there relatively easy on this grassy terrace.
Fuck, the lava looks intimidating, eh?
My spectacles out for this. Maybe get high definition. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, that looks bloody intimidating.
It's funny, when I didn't have my glasses on, it looked all filled in and very smooth. Now it looks a lot more scary.
It looked like a big white mass.
Yeah, it was just all white.
It looks shit.
Getting up to that on the left mightn't be that much easier than just going straight up the middle. I don't know if it's a bit wet there. We'll just have to tell when we get to the snow.
Not there.
Walking up there with a 20 kg backpack, and just the one ice axe was not quite how I imagined to have my first wee taste of ice climbing.
Heading up the Kumbu, mate. On our way to Everest.
Got the ladders.
We're belaying Leonard up. We have a nice T-slot to get over the steep bit of this. What are we? Lambert? Is this Lambert?
No, this is Lyle Glacier.
This is Lyle Glacier, yeah. So we're just trying to move quickly through it because it's starting to get warm.
You guys are just in approaches.
It is quite steep. We're just to the north of Rangirtada Col.
Yeah.
Pretty sweaty climb up the hill.
Yeah, a bit of a mission through the ice fall.
Now you've got the view,
Yeah, look at that.
Lambert Col.
Yeah, is that it?
And that's probably Newton Peak, isn't it? That peak straight through there.
We drop down the right side of that guy.
Yep.
Then there's one schrund we have to cross, but then after that it's all sweet. There she is! The gardens! Woo! So we've just come over Lambert Col this morning, and now we're just looking up to the Gardens of Ada, we think. We reckon that's Newton Peak just poking out on the left hand side, so we have another 7 kilometers to go today. Dig in our tent this evening and try get it up before the rain comes, and yeah, get set up, get our base camp set up.
Being like completely honest, my first impression when we came over that lip and someone was like, that was Newton Peak, I was like, oh god. It looks like an absolute choss fest. Do you know what I think?
There was a lot of commentary around Choss.
Yes, we just arrived at our base camp for the next few days. Newton Peak's just behind us. We found a nice rocky spot that we can chill out on, some water nearby, and yeah, we're just trying to work out a space to camp.
And then it's just recovering from the approach.
Afternoon and we're already in bed.
5 o'clock.
Cromwell thinks he's a rock star.
Windstrike.
forecast was for some gales, which the weather up until that stage had been real good. Then the wind started picking up and just got stronger and stronger as the night went on.
Just take the pole down, maybe.
And around what, 1:30, the tie downs started to snap. And it snapped again, and then the pole in the centre snapped.
Yeah, so strong southerlies got pretty bad. They're woken up a few times overnight trying to sort tent. A few tears inside, unfortunately.
Second wet sleeping bags. All
Yeah.
been outside. Trying to rectify it.
I think that was the scariest part of the whole trip for sure. I was like, man, everything was wet. The wind was howling. And I was like, damn, there's no one coming. If this thing blows away, we're gonna get cold, and it's gonna be a long time till the sun comes up.
Having a brew now to get warm again.
Character building. So it's just around 1 o'clock now. Weather's eased off a bit and we managed to get through a pretty rough night. Probably not going to do any climbing today with the weather, but hold out, hopefully get some good climbing tomorrow.
Okay, so we just heard back from Jamie. Weather report. Winds look to be staying as they are now. Not ideal. Until this evening. Easing overnight, becoming very light tomorrow all the way through to Sunday. We're going to climb as 2 teams of 2, potentially simultaneously if there's enough routes on the same buttress.
Now hour 24 in the tent, just settling down for the second night. Hoping the wind doesn't pick up like it did last night.
The weather's died off, so we should hopefully have some sunshiny day today.
Good, Cromwell?
I believe it's Wednesday already. This trip is just like flying. Having a great time.
So fun, just like picking a line, just like whatever, yeah, see how it goes. Basically there's a left-hand crack, but that looks pretty steep and quite hard, but on the right it looks like there's a bit more broken terrain that we can probably follow.
I saved a nice seat for you, mate.
Doesn't really feel like New Zealand, does it, with this mounted glacier?
No.
It's just everywhere.
What I'm wondering as well is like where the actual true peak is. Like, do you think it's that?
I think that's it.
Yeah, straight up.
See where that snow pops out just above us?
Yeah.
Going there. So I think we should do a very scientific test. Did it propagate?
Which is wrapping down to the snow to walk a little bit up the snow because it's real chossy, and then we'll continue with the face.
What a summer!
Man, it's so epic. The views from here are next level.
Top of Newton.
You.
Yeah, also still my highest peak in New Zealand. I haven't done any of the tall easy peaks around. I was like, oh guys, do we want to take a summit photo? And we're like, oh, we've got to get down, Leonard. I was like, it's a bit of a change. Normally everyone's like frothing to get the summit selfie or something, and don't think we got a single like group photo at the summit. I was like, all right,
Down we go.
Down we go. Yeah.
2 rappels down to a snowfield, and then shoom, down we went. We flew down.
I love big long clean abseils.
So second day, we were keen to go climbing again, and looking to put up a new route. And we went further down the valley and scoped out some of the other buttresses, and the ones that we'd eyed up originally when we got up close to them looked really crumbly, and we'd walked too far at that stage to spend a day climbing crumbly rock.
2 beautiful pieces of rock and then a broken up pile of chalk. Yeah, reminds me of my cornflakes in the morning.
Back, let's just give it a go.
So we decided to do same buttress that had been climbed the year previously, but do a right hand side variation of it, which was awesome. It was just the 3 of us climbing that day, so we're just climbing as one party, which was nice having the 2 of us on the belay just chatting around and watching it all go down.
Bit of a tight belay ledge.
Ed had a pretty awesome lead on that exposed block where he stands out right, and this half-detached big pillar he climbed up, and I chickened out of climbing it, and Nick was like, no, I'm not climbing that. So we were like, oh, Ed, up you go.
Ben was really building me up as well. He was like, oh, I don't know, it's like looking pretty tricky. You're going to be like, all right.
We'll send you.
Yeah, I was like, oh God.
Ching.
I'm glad I came straight up in the end though, that was sick.
Yeah. Areas.
Bit of a different scene to an hour ago.
When Ben was leading that slab up the top, we're just like, what is he doing?
We were like, let's just cut him off.
And we'll wrap down. He's taking too long.
As it began to slacken, we simul climbed the last maybe 200 meters to 300 meters.
Literally just come across the worst choss field I've ever experienced in my life.
We kind of got a bit disorientated of where we were on the mountain, and we're pretty relieved then when we popped out on the route that we'd climbed the day before. High fives all round, and then shoot back down our snowfield again, and we're back in time for tea 30 minutes later.
under rocks and stones, been looking for some clue or another bit of proof that I wasn't just here before.
We don't know much about that.
Well, that's the little unknown.
And then behind it we have the great unknown, which you know nothing about.
Really, it's unknown.
I thought I'd made it, but now it seems the beginning is just like
Day 8, we decided to take a pretty cool route to get out of the Garden of Eden and out to the Perth River and out to the west coast. So then saw that we could go up and over the Great Unknown as a cheeky wee peak bagging mission.
We don't really know what's on the other side, so we'll just play it by ear, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't want to climb the Great Unknown. But I was just like, well, okay, that's happening. The decision has been made by the powers that be.
forever rising, forever dying, battling through. I'm in a constant echo of dark to light, then back to dark again. And all I want is to let go, but I swear that where it ends is right around the bend.
You finish off with like heinous bush bashing through the west coast. Steep, gnarly bush. You know, absetting in bushes. I'd stashed some food in there the week before.
That's going hot.
That's going hot, so that we'd have beers and oranges for when we came out.
Yes.
And then we're like, oh, well, we're at the hut, we're basically finished. And Ben hadn't actually mentioned that it was still a long day to get out.
Yeah, you definitely kept that one under wraps.
But we have 22-ish K to go.
Oh yeah. 22 to go. In total.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's like 32 for today. What was it? The CNC, the Canterbury Nudist Club.
Rolling hills, broken pills, a bad reception. I don't know why, I never mind, no, I don't care. I don't care. When we broke.
You made it.
Yeah. Nice one, lad. Good week, eh? Been awesome.
Yeah, thanks for organising, pal.
Cheers, bro.
It was good.
Well done, Leonard.
That was a good week.
Yeah.
I stole